Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with a weekly update for Nasdaq. Overall price has continued to increase as expected by both Elliott wave counts and technical analysis. We are currently expecting a small corrective movement, as you can see on this weekly chart here, with minute wave 3 potentially over here. Now expecting a corrective movement for minute wave 4 within minor wave 1. This wave count expects cycle wave 4 over at this low, with price now increasing with intermediate waves 1 and 2 over here. Now expecting a increase for minor wave 1 within intermediate wave 3. It is possible that minute wave 3 continues higher. If price does continue, we'll use a target calculated where minute wave 3 will reach 2.618 times the length of minute wave 1. With a corrective movement now expected for minute wave 4, no part of it can enter minute wave 1 price territory at 12,269.55. And intermediate wave 3 has a target calculated to reach the Fibonacci ratio of 4.236 times the length of intermediate wave 1 at 14941. On the main daily chart with the end of minute wave 1 over here, minute wave 3 is expected to be over here with an Elliott channel drawn from the end of minute wave 1 to the end of minute wave 3 with a copy on the end of minute wave 2. Minute wave 4 may find support around halfway through this channel, if not at the lower edge of this channel. Currently, minute wave 4 is labeled as an incomplete zigzag with minuet waves A and B over here. The structure may have to be relabeled as the wave unfolds. Using the guidelines for alternation, it may subdivide as a double zigzag or a combination. With minuet wave A being the first zigzag just here, it may also subdivide as an incomplete flat, where minuet wave A could be over here, now expecting an increase for minuet wave B to retrace at least 90% of minuet wave A. On this alternate weekly chart, where cycle wave 4 was previously over at this low on the main weekly chart, it is expected to be incomplete on this chart. Now expecting a corrective movement for minor wave 4 within intermediate wave C, then for increased upwards movement to end intermediate wave C and primary wave X. An Elliott channel is drawn around the minor degrees from the end of minor wave 1 to 3 with a copy on the end of minor wave 2. Minor wave 4 may find support at the lower edge of this channel, though no part of it can enter minor wave 1 price territory at 11491.94. And a point below 12,269.55 will add confidence to this wave count, as it is the invalidation for the main wave count. Intermediate wave C has a target calculated to reach the Fibonacci ratio of 1.618 times the length of intermediate wave A at 14,326. If price breaks out of the lower edge of this Elliott channel, we can be confident in assuming that intermediate wave C and primary wave X are over, and downwards movement is expected for the end of primary wave Y and cycle wave 4. On the alternate daily chart with minute wave 1 over here, minor wave 3 may be over at this high here, now expecting minor wave 4 to continue down with minute waves A and B potentially over here. Now expecting increased downwards movement for the end of minute wave C and minor wave 4. If price continues any higher, we will use the target where minor wave 3 will reach 2.618 times the length of minor wave 1, and any corrective movement for minor wave 4 may find support at the lower edge of this Elliott channel. On the technical weekly charts, this previous week ended with a strong bearish engulfing pattern, where price found resistance at 14,250. ADX now indicates an extreme trend, though it is not very extreme, as the ADX line is above both DX lines, though it is not above 40. RSI is neutral, money flow is overbought and has remained overbought for quite some time. Price is expected to find a corrective movement to relieve extreme conditions. Once those extreme conditions are over, price may continue upwards. This is fairly bearish and supports both Elliott wave counts. On the daily chart, price has consolidated after breaking through support resistance at 13,600. On balance, volume has broken out of support, giving a bearish signal while volume declines. ADX is declining, giving no clear trend, with RSI and money flow both neutral. Stochastics is just entered oversold as price moves down to find support at 13,600. Price is expected to continue down towards this point. Overall, this supports both Elliott wave counts. And on the Nasdaq AD weekly chart, the bearish divergence has continued dating back to 2009 and more recently since February 2023. Nasdaq AD line has made lower lows while price has made higher lows. That's all for me with your update for Nasdaq. Hope everyone has a good week.